Have you ever wondered why the people closest to you, your family and friends, seem to be the harshest critics when you start to succeed? Picture this: you're on an upward trajectory, feeling good about yourself, and yet those you hold dear start to throw shade your way. They label you as cocky and arrogant for simply having high standards and self-esteem. It's a peculiar phenomenon, isn't it? Loved ones projecting negativity onto your success? It's a tough pill to swallow, isn't it? But there's more to it than meets the eye. This isn't just a hypothetical situation, it's a harsh reality that many of us face. Allow me to share a personal anecdote. Imagine being a kid from the Bronx, ambitious and full of dreams. Picture that kid growing up, working hard and achieving those dreams. Sounds like a feel-good story, right? Unfortunately, it wasn't all roses. As I started to climb the ladder of success, things changed. I noticed that the praise and support I used to receive from my family and friends started to dwindle. The more I achieved, the less they seemed to cheer me on. Instead, they began to question my success, my ambitions, my high standards. I remember the day I got the keys to my first apartment, a modest studio in Manhattan. Instead of celebrating with me, my family said, "Why do you need to live there? You think you're better than us now?" They called me cocky, arrogant, even selfish. And my friends, they weren't any different. They started to pull away, making snide comments about my achievements. "Oh, look at Mr. Big Shot over here," they would say. "Too good for us now, huh?" It was like they were trying to pull me back down to their level instead of striving to rise with me. But I didn't let it deter me. I continued to work hard, to hold myself to high standards, to think highly of myself, because I knew that's what I deserved. I had earned my success, and I wasn't about to let anyone else's insecurity or jealousy diminish it. But the judgment, the criticism, the name-calling, it hurt. It came from the people I cared about the most, the people who were supposed to be my biggest cheerleaders. They called themselves my family, my friends, yet their words and actions told a different story. And that, my friends, is the raw, unfiltered truth of my experience. Ever wondered why this happens? It's not as simple as jealousy or envy. You see, the human psyche is a complex web of emotions and perceptions. When someone in your circle starts to rise, it often triggers some deep-seated psychological responses. Let's start with something called crab mentality. Have you ever noticed how crabs in a bucket, when one tries to escape, the others pull it back down? This mentality isn't exclusive to crustaceans. People too often subconsciously work to bring others down to their level rather than celebrating their successes. This reaction is particularly strong among close-knit groups, such as families and friends, where a change in the status quo can feel threatening. This leads us to our next point. The fear of change. Change can be unsettling. It's comfortable to maintain the status quo, to keep things as they are. When a loved one starts to achieve more, it disrupts the balance, and that can be scary. This fear can manifest as negativity and judgment towards the person initiating the change. Then there's the discomfort of seeing someone close rise above the status quo. This discomfort stems from a place of comparison. We all compare ourselves to others. It's a natural part of being human. But when someone close to us starts to achieve more, it can highlight our own perceived shortcomings or failures. And that's not a pleasant feeling. To protect ourselves from this discomfort, we might react negatively, perhaps by labeling the successful person as cocky or arrogant. So it's not just about jealousy or envy. It's a complex mix of crab mentality, fear of change, and discomfort. It's about maintaining the status quo, protecting oneself from negative feelings, and dealing with the inherent human trait of comparison. Understanding the why can make dealing with this judgment a little easier. And remember, it's not about you, it's about them. Their reactions are a reflection of their own insecurities and fears, not a measure of your worth or success. Now that we know why this happens, how do we handle it? The answer to this question is not as complicated as it may seem. It all boils down to two main principles: maintaining your self-esteem and staying on your path of progress. Firstly, let's talk about self-esteem. This is your inner compass, your guiding light, and it should always point to a place of self-love and self-respect. You see, self-esteem is not about arrogance or conceit. It's about knowing your worth, knowing that you are capable and deserving of the good things in life. It's about keeping your head held high, even when the world is trying to bring you down. Now it's easier said than done, especially when the judgment comes from those closest to you. But remember, your self-esteem is not dependent on their opinion of you. It's reliant on your opinion of yourself. So don't let their words sway your self-image. Stand tall and stand strong. You're not cocky, you are confident. You are not arrogant, you're assertive. You are not a know-it-all, you are knowledgeable. Next, let's discuss the path of progress. This is your journey towards betterment, towards achieving your goals and realizing your dreams. It's a path that is unique to you and you alone. No one else can walk this path for you, and no one else can dictate its course. It's your responsibility to stay on this path and keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles come your way. Now, it's important to understand that progress is not always linear. There will be times when you'll face setbacks, times when you'll stumble and fall, but that's okay. It's all part of the journey. What's important is that you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Because progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. There's an old saying that goes, "You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails." This is particularly true when it comes to dealing with judgment. You cannot control what others think or say about you, but you can control how you react to it. You can let it affect you, bring you down, and derail your progress. Or you can choose to let it fuel your determination and strengthen your resolve. So the next time you're faced with judgment, remember this: their words are not a reflection of you, but a reflection of them. It's their insecurities, their fears, their limitations that they are projecting onto you. Don't let their negativity cloud your vision. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep moving forward. And most importantly, never ever let anyone make you feel less than you are. You are not just good enough, you are more than enough. Remember, their judgment is a reflection of them, not you. In conclusion, it's a tough road, but it's one worth traveling. The journey towards self-improvement is often lined with obstacles, and sometimes the biggest hurdles come from the people closest to us. It may seem paradoxical, but it's a harsh reality many of us face. Those we share our lives with, our families and friends, can sometimes be our fiercest critics. Their judgments, their criticisms, their attempts to pull us down to a level they're comfortable with can be disheartening. They may label us as cocky or arrogant just because we strive for more, because we dare to dream bigger, because we refuse to settle for mediocrity. But let's not forget the importance of perspective. Their judgments are not a reflection of our worth, but a mirror to their insecurities. It's their discomfort with change, their fear of being left behind that prompts them to lash out. We must remember that their words, their actions, stem from their own struggles, not from our progress. It's crucial to hold on to our self-esteem, to our drive for progress, even in the face of such adversity. Our dreams, our ambitions, our desire for self-improvement, these are the things that define us, that shape our identity. They are the compass that guides us on our journey towards becoming the best version of ourselves. The road to self-improvement is indeed a tough one, but it's a journey worth embarking on. It's a journey that brings us face to face with our true selves, that helps us discover our potential, and that ultimately leads us to a fulfilling and meaningful life. And so we must keep moving forward. We must keep pushing our boundaries. We must keep striving for excellence, irrespective of the judgments, the criticisms, the labels. We must continue to believe in ourselves, to have faith in our abilities, to trust in our journey. In the face of judgment, remember to be compassionate. Understand that everyone is fighting their own battles, and sometimes their battles spill over into your life. But don't let their struggles become your own. Don't let their fears become your limitations. Don't let their judgments dictate your self-worth. Hold your head high, keep progressing, and never let anyone, even family, dim your shine. Continue to strive for greatness, continue to chase your dreams, and most importantly, continue to believe in yourself. After all, the journey towards self-improvement isn't just about becoming a better person. It's about becoming a stronger, more resilient, more confident version of yourself.